A shock resignation from one of the most loyal members of the British government. Defence Secretary John Healey walked out in a blaze of fury, accusing those in power of putting the UK's security at risk. Hours later, his colleague, Armed Forces Minister Al Carnes, followed. In his resignation letter, Healey writes, "We came into government recognising Britain faced a new era of threat, which demanded a new era of defence." Taking aim at the Prime Minister Keir Starmer, he goes on, "Since then you have been unable, and the Treasury unwilling, to commit the resources that the nation needs to defend the country at this time of rising threats." It was a damning assessment of a defence plan promised last year, but still not delivered. The Defence Secretary says he finally saw it on Monday and found it woefully inadequate, with too little money arriving far too late. Hitting back, Keir Starmer says defence and security are his number one priority.
And I would just gently say this, that whoever is Prime Minister is going to face the same prevailing winds as I am facing. And for every answer that is being suggested, the question has to be, when you're in government, which is about trade-offs, what is it then that you wouldn't do?
But as he heads to the shores of Lake Geneva for the upcoming Group of Seven summit, and later to Ankara for a critical NATO meeting, with this reaction from the NATO chief.
I had not heard this announcement. John Healey I respect very much. But more generally speaking, what we are seeing all over the alliance is countries increasing their defence investments. And of course, it's not easy. Because in the end, there is always a trade-off with other expenses, which are also important. But the core task of every government in the end is keeping the country safe.
The situation is being described as damning as it gets for the Prime Minister. There will be further questions and further pressure weighing on him over his political future. His adversaries are already having a field day. Anti-immigration riots in Southampton and in Belfast, stoked by the far right, who will be making a strong challenge for the Northern parliamentary seat in Makerfield. The favourite to win is the Labour candidate Andy Burnham, but that's not a relief, given Burnham has pledged to unseat Starmer and move into 10 Downing Street. If it's looking bad for the Prime Minister now, it could get a lot worse in a very short space of time. Victoria Innes, TRT World, London.